Here we have the mixed doubles, our final match of this championship Sunday at the 2023 APP Mesa Open. This mixed doubles graphic presented by Vlasic. We have Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu coming through the winner's bracket, and they're going to face off against Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson. We have already seen all of these athletes at least once today, our third time seeing Hunter Johnson. Everyone here with some medals of various colors, but looking for gold here on Championship Sunday at Bell Bank Park. We are set for a fantastic matchup. What are you guys looking for?
Well, again, it's a rematch of the winner bracket final we have here, where it went 3. You had Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd pulling out game 2, 11-9, but then going down in the third, 11-7. They are the 1 seed, but are coming out of the consolation draw. So if they do take the 2 out of 3, they would have to play that game to 15 as well. And then on the flip side, you have Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu, who come out of the winner's bracket. They were playing really clean the other day and made it all the way through undefeated. They really weren't tested until that semifinal or that winner bracket final against Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson, where they came out on top of. But again, conditions today totally different. We saw it in the last matchup, Chad, the winner bracket or the gold medal match with the women. What are you going to guess for out of this one?
Yeah, I mean, it always comes down to, with mixed doubles, how aggressive the guys are in the middle and how well the women can set their male partner up. And we saw Daescu and Barr doing an excellent job of that on Friday. Mm-hmm. But on the side of Todd and Johnson, it's kind of like it's a mixed bag, because Todd can step in and really rip that two-handed backhand, but she has to be able to give Johnson some room as well. They're two very powerful teams, and if the women's doubles translates here into mixed, there may be some balls spraying all over the court.
Here's Todd having a little conversation with Simone Jardim, who she just won that women's doubles gold medal with. Meanwhile, Susannah Barr and her partner, Andrei Daescu, just getting ready. And Barr with our first serve of our final match of Championship Sunday.
So I like that right off the bat. Daescu took that third. He wasn't taking a ton of thirds the other day. That's a confidence builder for Susannah Barr, because in women's double she struggled with that third a little bit. So he stepped over. That's a great partner right there.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, Dominic Selkirk Catalano. Susannah Barr taking a step down in power on the paddle right now?
And no, Chad, she's not taking a step down in power. It's the same exact paddle, but this paddle matches her outfit.
Okay. Other reason why I asked is that I know Simone took a step down in power.
But no, she switched from her red and white air to her black and white air, but she does have different feel off of both of those paddles too.
Todd trying to throw a whole body into that drive, just spinning off and missing into the net. A little bit of a switch up there for Johnson and Todd.
They're going to stay here again.
Works out for them there. They get the side out. Todd and Johnson with the serve again. We are tied at 1-all, so the score 1-1-1.
Good spot from Barr, going right into the right hip of Hunter Johnson.
Daescu putting every single inch of power into that return that he had, sending Parris Todd's way. They get the side out.
You watch Parris Todd try and get that, and ball almost pushes her back.
Good hold from Daescu. Todd not sliding over to cover the line as that ball goes cross court.
Daescu with a quick response. You saw Hunter Johnson try and force him to one side of the court, but then redirected the other way. Daescu ready for it.
Yeah, nice job by Daescu right there. And that's going to be the matchup, Chad, as you pointed out 2 points ago. Daescu going behind Parris Todd because she pinches middle so hard with her backhand. Ooh, she's sitting all over that, Chad.
She did not get cheated on that swing. However, she swung straight down on it.
That's it.
That's a bait ball by Barr because she keeps it just far enough away from Todd that she's not going to get Ernie'd.
Todd's got to control herself right here. She's trying to do too much, not picking the right balls to speed up. And when she does speed up, she's taking the biggest swing that she can.
And even when on the stack they put Parris Todd in front of Susannah Barr, that hasn't worked really to their favor either because, again, Parris Todd trying to go cross court to Andrei Daescu, which is opening things up. So, again, we'll see what the answer is out of the timeout from Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd.
Because they do need to answer here. We are in the first game of this mixed doubles gold medal match. Trailing 5-1 right now, Parris and Hunter are to Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu. Daescu coming off of his impressive men's doubles gold medal win. He was alongside Mesa and this crowd got behind him in that one. Susannah Barr just coming off of her silver medal in the women's doubles, where she and Megan Fudge lost to Parris Todd and her partner, Simone Jargin.
That was crazy. I was talking to Mesa between matches right here, and you want to talk about one of the most humble guys in the world. He was just happy to be here playing with Andrei. He said it was a privilege, and, you know, he really stepped up.
Really did. Someone is going to have to step up here between Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson. They find themselves in this early hole. And it's going to be Hunter Johnson who gets the side out call.
Yeah, better set up there from Johnson. The quick backhand roll onto the backhand side of Barr. And the only thing she can do is pop it up.
And another good angle taken there by Hunter Johnson to put it out of reach of Andrei Daescu. Not an easy thing to do, given how tall he is.
That's good ball from Parris Todd. Steps in the middle with that two-hander. And now Todd and Johnson on a little bit of a roll.
Good pressure there from Hunter Johnson, keeping Daescu pinched into that backhand corner of the kitchen.
The miss hit from Susannah Barr works. Parris Todd was expecting a lot more pace on that ball.
Looks like we're going to get the ball checked out and changed here.
Yeah, just a little lopsided ball. Both Todd and Johnson tossing it up and spinning it. You could see the ball jump once that ball gets somewhat of an egg shape to it. Doesn't fly true.
Passing it across the court for Daescu and Susannah Barr to also get a checkout. All 4 players give it the go-ahead, and so ahead we shall go. Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson trailing 4-6-2 on their second serve.
Just got a little in on her right shoulder there. She just gets jammed up enough.
The line judge calling that one out. We do have officials looking at every single line here on Championship Sunday. The official indicating that it was just barely out for Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson. Susannah Barr with a nice forehand there off the paddle of Parris Todd.
That's a nice little speed up flick on the backhand side from Daescu. And it looks like Todd and Johnson going to burn their second time out here. Daescu feeling really good, but the difference right now, Chad, I'm seeing it's a little different, Susannah Barr, as far as control goes from women's doubles to mixed doubles.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of when she's in that women's doubles mode, she's a little bit more of the aggressor. Along with Megan Fudge, they kind of switch off between the attacks. Here, she doesn't need to do that. She can kind of stay patient, and when she gets the opportunity to pull the trigger on that ball that's floating, that's when she can be the aggressor, really. And we saw that on the forehand, reaching in and going. So, in essence, it's almost something that she could take into women's doubles and not have to press as much and minimize some of those larger errors in costly moments that she has sometimes.
Susannah Barr with the serve here. 2 points away from winning this first game.
Much better job there from Johnson, stepping in and actually initiating some pressure. That's what I want to see a little more out of him, is initiate some pressure, play his fast, hard game to his advantage. There it is right there again. He initiated that. He created that for himself.
Yeah, initiated and controlled the point as far as pulling Daescu out wider to then attack and get him moving.
That time, Susannah Barr initiating the speed up and then letting her partner, Andrei Daescu, finish it off.
Johnson's behind the back flick just to keep him in the point right there.
Seeing right there, Chad, too, that's the difference. When Barr is uncoiling on this stack with Daescu, he's protecting her a lot more than when her and Fudge are playing. Fudge can't protect her as much.
Well-placed ball there, though, by Hunter Johnson. Forced the second serve.
Yeah, Daescu kind of took himself out of position there. I don't think there was ever an Ernie potential in that one.
That ball sailing long for Susannah Barr, so a very quick side out for Todd and Johnson to get the ball back on their side. It is on their side, but it is underneath the bleachers. So we will go back to find a new pickleball.
There's got to be about 3 dozen balls under those bleachers after
Well,
this weekend.
they've got everything blocked off, but it jumped up over the first step and disappeared into the abyss.
I mean, we have pool noodles down there to try and like keep them from going underneath the bleachers. A good effort, but those pickleballs, they just bounce funny sometimes. Right where you don't want them. This ball, though, given the go-ahead and the green light from everybody on the court. So Todd and Johnson with their first serve, trailing 4-9-1.
Heads up in the crowd.
Taking the stiff angle on that one to make sure that it was unreturnable for Barr and Daescu.
Daescu checking the ball, making sure it's not broken. Ball punished by Johnson.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were talking about there, Dom. Barr was not even close to halfway when Daescu steps over and takes that one. Unfortunately, just going a little too big with the volley.
Well, that's a great drop there from Hunter Johnson, right at the feet of Daescu, and I think we're going to time out here from Daescu and Barr as Todd Johnson narrow that lead, and now it's down to 2. Great run here from Johnson and Todd.
They were originally up, Barr and Daescu. They were up 6-1 and now struggling a little bit to find the rhythm, recapture it from the early game. What are Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson doing to force them out of their rhythm?
Well, I think right now is Daescu and Barr are kind of stuck in this stack where they're both not fully able to get up to the kitchen line, so it's giving Johnson and Todd the angles to be able to now pull them off of the court and then open up the middle.
Right, exactly, and that's what's happening is where Daescu's stepping into that middle, it's getting him a little out of position right now, and so now you're seeing a backside open, especially on that last play. That ball and that drop from Johnson hit right at Daescu's feet, and he struggled with it, and now they're back within 2.
So here we are in our mixed doubles gold medal match here at Championship Court at Bell Bank Park. We're going to pick this up. First serve for Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson, 7-9-1.
And that one sails deep. So a couple of missed serves in the women's doubles matchup now carried over.
We saw the ball sailing long quite a few times in that women's doubles matchup. Not doing it as much in this first game of the mixed doubles, but could still be the same factor. Certainly seeming to change the ball quite a bit more often than we've seen in other matches today. We're on to another one.
It's a big service game here for Daescu and Barr. Have been stuck on 9 for a while.
The ball sails just long. Daescu trying to do a little too much with that ball that was up, hit through Johnson, but misses his target.
Great ball, and you're seeing Parris Todd run around that. It's because Daescu's dinking that ball a little too deep for her. He's got to get that more a little shallow, force her to hit that on the backhand dink.
Susannah Barr goes for the lob, but Parris Todd ready for it.
Yeah, she had some success using the lob yesterday and used a couple of them in the women's doubles matchup, but that one not quite deep enough. And that ball missing wide. Daescu again going for body, but missing his target.
And we have a tie game here in the first game of the mixed doubles match. Daescu looked like he was about to take his frustration out on the net.
But the difficulty with that one is that Todd's ball was not that deep. It was already starting to drop as it peaked above the net.
Oh, it's sitting there for him, though, and he just can't convert. And now, all of a sudden, Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson have a game point on their paddle here.
So we're getting you set here for what could be a game point between Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd, and then Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu. Quick timeout on the court. Johnson showing the officials, taking a look at the number of pickleballs that they have in their baskets on the side. Have gone through quite a few of them in this first game. Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd with the serve and the chance to end the game right here. Cannot do it on that one. Johnson speeding things up and able to get the game. Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson taking game one here of the mixed doubles gold medal match at Championship Court here at Bell Bank Park.
Yeah, this be the life I wasn't used to.
Andrei here, really excited to be competing this weekend in the APP Mesa Open. The facility here is gorgeous, 40 plus courts, stadium court looks amazing.
Hey, I'm Shelby Bates and we're here at the APP Mesa Open. Looking forward to the warm weather and getting to some gold medal matches on Sunday.
Get high, up and away, we gon' fly to the sky. We gon' take this high enough where we ain't come down. Till they touch the ground, let's take this higher, higher, higher. Yeah, let's take it. You wanna be like this? 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 Run it up. I've been running, but I'm never running out of luck. I get ready, then I do it, take it back and double up. Try to copy, but they never, ever do enough. I can show you how it go down, cause I got enough to go round. How you want it, it's a showdown. Calling me the goat now, let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this, you wanna be like this. Let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this, you wanna be like this. Let me show you how to get it like me, get it like me. Cause the best is what I really might be. Let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this, you wanna be like this.
We'll have much more from that a little bit later on, but right now we bring you back to Championship Court live because Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson are ready to serve. They took game one 11-9, looking to carry that momentum into game two here against Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu. Parris Todd gonna get us started with her serve. Lucky bounce for Daescu off the net there.
He's going to take that right now. They needed a little love to get back in here. Momentum all on Todd and Johnson's side.
A much better job there from Johnson, stepping in and inserting himself in the middle and really applying the pressure.
Susannah Barr letting out a yell of frustration after that response sails long.
Just long right there, and Barr trying to make something happen right there. Great job by Johnson getting out of the way of that last one.
Todd just getting caught up there in the transition.
Almost like it dipped away from her.
Yeah, jammed up on the left hip. The wind is really starting to swirl here on center court.
The leave there from Susannah Barr getting out of the way brings the ball back to their side, trailing 0-1-1 in this second game. Hunter Johnson with a nice, strong response there, putting Barr and Daescu on their second serve. Still looking for their first point of this game.
Nice drive there from Daescu as he steps into that short return from Parris Todd. Ooh, that ball was going to be on court 36 if Andrei Daescu lets it go.
Even if Daescu doesn't hit that one was attacked to short court. Never a chance to stay in the court.
Saw Daescu try and get over there to take the ball off the paddle of Susannah Barr. Left him a little bit exposed on that far side of the court, so it's side out. Todd and Johnson getting their first point of this serve.
I think Todd hit an out ball there as well, but it was such a good spot from Daescu. She couldn't get out of the way of it and was forced to swing.
The Ernie there from Andrei Daescu just sneaks inside.
So long. Length just plays such a factor on those Ernies like that. I mean, he jumped from 5 feet inside the sideline.
The son of a former national basketball player for Romania says his dad still calls him for every match. Give him some words of wisdom and advice.
I bet his dad had some ups.
Yeah, good angle there from Johnson. Chose not to try to hit through the court on that one.
That one
was just wide.
wide.
I think Todd out in front of this one a little bit too on the speed up from Daescu. And got jammed up.
Good use of spin there from Todd on the forehand roll. Adds a little bit of pace, but more spin, and it kind of jumps into Daescu's body.
Daescu with an impressive recovery, having to get back into position.
A little unlucky there for Johnson catching the net cord, but a good job from Daescu adjusting to it.
Johnson speeding it up right into the body of Susannah Barr.
But that's set up by Parris Todd's dink, where she pulled Susannah Barr wide to the right. She ends up popping that up. Johnson there for the put away.
A good ball movement and good patience there. Johnson recognizing that he can jump the corner, going right into the body of Barr.
Well-placed response, though, from Susannah Barr, getting it behind Hunter Johnson.
When you watch her, she stands, in a good athletic position. She doesn't jump. She stays there and reads and absorbs that pressure. And same woman.
Serve going long, putting them on their second serve, 4-4-2. Your score here at Championship Court.
Johnson tiptoeing across the kitchen line, but an excellent job from Parris Todd in the middle of that point. Johnson moved over, decided not to go, kind of threw in the deke, but Todd stayed with it, brought them back into it. Too good.
Great read by Daescu, but almost Hunter Johnson going a little too early.
Susannah Barr getting to drop inside the baseline. Brings the ball back to their side, 4-4-1.
A little high on that cross-court dink there from Susannah Barr. Again, absorbing Hunter Johnson's spin, not accounting for it.
Parris Todd making the decision to let that one go, get out of the way, and it was the right one.
Not sure if she had any other option on that one. Daescu had kind of twisted her around like a pretzel.
Daescu just picking on Parris Todd, but she is ready for it each and every time.
Just trying to do a little too much with that, but again, that's frustration because Parris Todd's getting every single ball back. Great defense from Todd.
That one long from Susannah Barr, giving Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson the 6-4 lead, still on their first serve.
Again, Todd ducking out of the way. Daescu just trying to force the issue right now and couple that with the miss from Barr. It's given Todd and Johnson a 3-point lead.
pressing.
They're just doing too much.
Yeah, pressing a little bit. Again, too, the good thing for Daescu and Barr, they have that game to 15 in their back pocket. If they do drop this 2 out of 3, we will go to that game to 15. But again, we talked about it earlier, too. They don't want to use it. You'd rather win it in a 2 out of 3 and then just be done with it. But again, adjustments that need to be made here. Andrei Daescu trying to pull the trigger twice right there, goes a little long. So adjustments that have to be made here mid-game to try and get to a third game for Daescu and Barr.
Here's a weather update for you. We've been talking about some of those pickleballs sailing long today. It does look like the wind has picked up a slight amount. It's up to 7 miles an hour. It was sitting right around 3 when we started, but otherwise sunny, 80 degrees, beautiful day in Mesa, Arizona, and we can call it windy with a chance of gold, I think.
You've been waiting to use that line all day, AJ. All day long.
It's been staring at me, just begging. Please. There you go.
Another good drive there from Johnson. Right hip of Barr. She tries to come across with the backhand, but ends up a little bit of a chicken wing.
The lucky bounce there for Parris Todd as this lead continues to grow here for Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd. They're sitting just 2 points away from winning this game.
A tough ball for Johnson to pick up right there.
That's the ball right there for Susannah Barr. Go backside on Hunter Johnson. Don't let him get extended to the forehand. Hopefully you get a pop-up like that and Daescu can come in and clean it up.
Good hands. Yeah, good hands from both Todd and Johnson right there.
Susannah Barr with the forehand.
Yeah, again, a good misdirect there from Barr going behind Johnson. He's trying to step into the middle. The only thing he can do is block that backhand, and it pops up. Gives her that forehand put away.
Johnson frustrated with himself as he sends that one into the net. And Daescu and Barr slowly but surely building their way back into this game. A timeout called on the court here. It is a 9-6 lead for Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd, but they have been sitting at that 9 number for a few points here, while Barr and Daescu have won 3 straight points to get themselves back into this game. Hunter Johnson and Parris Todd won game 1. We are now in game 2 here of the mixed doubles gold medal match.
Well, it's a new game here, and you're seeing that momentum shift a little bit to the side of Daescu and Barr. See if they can keep this up and get a chance to get back in this second game and even it up here before having to lay that game to 15 card down.
Yeah, Daescu hasn't been trying to force the issue as much these last few points. He's still being active, but they've been prolonging it, moving the ball around. Barr's gone behind Johnson a couple of times, and they haven't allowed Johnson and Todd to dictate the pace of play like they were earlier on here in game 2.
Controlled aggression, Chad. Controlled aggression from the big man. And that's been the difference here for this little run that they're on.
Five unanswered points here for Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu.
Well, you're seeing Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson, too, not uncoiling on this stack, and they're keeping Parris, Todd on that left side. Now they go back.
Daescu trying to scoop it in there with his forehand. Finally, Todd and Johnson get the side out. They lead 9-8. The bounce for Daescu rolls his way.
Yeah,
that was the fakest apology I've ever seen.
But it was also the pressure of the Ernie that changed Todd's mind to go a little bit more cross court.
Daescu almost got himself in trouble backing up on that dink where he should have taken it out of the air. He just got it up and over.
Stop it.
Wow. Some incredible
Just
hands.
Slap it. Todd's forehand is literally just a slap. She hits that thing so hard.
Oh, no!
Hunter Johnson trying to keep her on her heels. Susannah Barr with the response.
The difficulty of that shot on your heels, to drop that ball flat in front of you, because your natural motion is to lean back and go cross court. Instead, she's leaning back and going flat, and I'm standing and I'm standing up right now trying to show everybody and pretend like anybody's watching me. But yes, your window is so small to drop that ball in.
Couple of inches right there.
Saying to visualize what Chad's doing, he's got his fingers like maybe a half an inch apart, saying that's how big your window is there. Susannah Barr with the incredibly difficult shot to get us back to a tie game here on championship court. The first time we've been tied since it was 4-all, what feels like a very long time ago, because we've had multiple side outs. So Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu looking to win this second game, keep their momentum alive. They're 2 points away from doing it, and they have the ball on their side of the court.
Are you kidding me with these drops right now from Barr? Wow. Chad, I was pulling out the game to 15 card. I like had it on the table here. Let me put that back for a second.
Hunter Johnson says, not so fast. Don't put it away quite yet. We're working on this thing. They're going to get the ball back on their side, trailing 1, 9-10.
Oh my God.
See how much
Did you see that?
Kicked up above the waist of Barr. Tried to get on top of it and hit down on it into the net.
That one both wide and long, indicated by our officials. 10-10-2. Susannah Barr speeds it up and takes it to Parris Todd. Todd sends that thing sailing.
Yeah, good spot here from Barr. Todd trying to get too big of a swing on it on that counter attack. Catches it late and just flattens out.
She got jammed up right there. It's a good spot from Parris Todd.
Well, it's almost identical to the spot that Barr got Todd on. Barr trying to really get big on that counterattack.
Too much on that one for Susannah Barr. Side out here for Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson. They've got the ball back on their side. Tie game, 10-10-1.
Yeah, that was trouble. As soon as Daescu and Barr both reached for that ball and they were kind of off balance, didn't get any depth to it, just that dead ball in the center, and Johnson's going to step up and drive that all day long.
And now the game point is on the paddle of Parris Todd. Daescu gets that one to fall inside the lines to put Todd and Johnson on their second serve, still needing just 1 point. Susannah Barr finishing that rally off with authority, taking a strong angle to put it at a hard place for Parris Todd to get.
Well, Barr and Daescu fight off 2 match points.
Ball just wide from Barr. Caught that one a little late. Oh, and that ball's deep. Set up well, though.
Yeah, good drive from Barr. Daescu reading it well. Just overhits that.
And there you have it. Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson take the game 12-10 this second one. So they do win the 2 out of 3 here in the mixed doubles gold medal match. But because Andrei Daescu and Susannah Barr are coming from the winner's bracket, this is their first loss in a double elimination tourney, which means we have a 4th game tiebreaker, the first to 15, when we come back.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Skechers, Power Plate, Pickleball Central, and Selkirk.
Thanks to DiscountTire.com, we have more time to hang with our new friends.
What do you like to do for fun?
Well, with DiscountTire.com, we save a ton of time.
So we're always trying new things.
Save time. Buy and book online at DiscountTire.com.
The APP is presented by Franklin, Level Up, Pickleball Magazine, and SunMed.
Having a tough time getting better? Our 3-day Level Up Pickleball camps feature a low student pro ratio and offer personalised training from the best pros in the game. Level Up will take you full circle through the point building process by teaching proper stroke mechanics, positioning and winning game strategies. Each camper also receives a personalised before and after video, an instructional manual, product discounts and more. Discover how good you can be with Level Up Pickleball camps. Visit us today at leveluppickleballcamps.com.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
The APP is presented by Pro XR, C&D Nets, and Discount Tire.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm gonna go after him.
What a point.
Future of pickleball, it's bright. If you haven't picked it up, better make the switch now before it's too late.
Welcome back to the 2023 APP Mesa Open. We are down to our final game here on Championship Sunday at Center Court at Bell Bank Park. Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu falling in these first two sets to Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson, but because they made their way through the winner's bracket, they have forced the championship tiebreaker. And so here we are, single game to 15 for all the marbles, the gold medal, the hardware around your neck. Winner is the first to 15. Susannah Barr going to get us started with the serve.
Good pressure there from Hunter Johnson early on. Urged them to side out.
Good ball there from Daescu. Low and pressure. Johnson not able to pick it up. Barr trying to do a little too much with the shoulder there on that one. Needs to start that swing with the hand.
Great job and patience from Daescu. Again, especially off the tape a couple, and Daescu beautifully done with the Ernie.
Second serve now for Barr and Daescu, looking for their first point in this fourth game to 15.
Oh boy. Johnson looking down at his paddle like, I didn't hit it that hard.
What did you do? What did you do?
Oh.
What a run up from Daescu.
That ball was about a half an inch above the net. The fact that Daescu kept it in play is ridiculous.
It's more so that he didn't even hit the net when he had to drop the paddle head so low underneath it. Oh.
Parris Todd trying to regain her balance. She was prepping for one thing. The net came in and created another. So it's now a 3-1 lead for Barr and Daescu on their second serve.
All right, so every team in a game or so, you're going to get a run, right? It's like any other sport. You're going to get that run. Now it's about handling the run and getting this side out for Johnson and Todd. Oh, my goodness. That ball was probably going to be about 10 feet out. Parris Todd decides to play it and hits it out herself. This is eerily similar to how Game 1 started for Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's the exact score that they called the timeout on at 5-1 in Game 1.
It's definitely right around that time because Game 1, Barr and Daescu built their lead all the way up to a 6-1 lead before Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson started finding their rhythm. So eerily similar situation here for Barr and Daescu. Now, of course, they went on to lose that Game 1 to Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson. So the question is, how do you avoid repeating that? How do you keep this momentum?
That's a good question. No, I'm just joking.
I thought so. Please answer.
No, I think for Daescu and Barr, they just have to continue controlling the point and not allow Johnson and Todd to kind of come back into it and set the tone. What they did in Game 1 is that they started becoming more aggressive. That ball was just out. But, yeah, Johnson and Todd started becoming more aggressive and really putting the pressure on Daescu going behind him. And this is eerily similar to what happened to Game 1.
Yeah.
2-5-1, the score. And gets it to land there. Hunter Johnson does. And so, like you said, again, this is right about the time in Game 1 that Johnson and Todd found their rhythm and started to get on a roll.
Johnson just didn't quite move his feet. He needed an extra half step on that one.
And he looked down at his feet, too, going, why don't you move them? If I move them, I make a better shot.
Good ball from Barr. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just don't think it was the right spot for Parris Todd to go. She goes right at Andrei Daescu, who's already up at the kitchen line on her drive.
A late move there by Daescu, trying to come over and take that third shot.
Side out there for Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson, trailing 3-5. Get the ball back on their side. And with the point, so it's now a 4-5 situation for Todd and Johnson, still on their second serve.
Yeah, good ball from Barr. Stepping around it, using the inside-out forehand, and really dinking with a purpose on that one, putting some pressure on Johnson going back behind him.
Excuse me, I misspoke. That was still on their first serve. So now it's the second serve for Todd and Johnson.
So now,
they didn't want to serve.
For me, it's mentally. She already was done serving. She had given the ball to Daescu. He gives it back. She's already out of it. So now that serve just wasn't there.
A very patient rally there, but it is Hunter and Parris, who end up on the right side of it.
Quick side out there for Todd and Johnson. Not what Daescu and Barr wanted.
Good hands from Todd, but Chad, you're shaking your head. That's not the right speed up from Parris.
No, and I think the whole stadium knew she was going to speed it up after that ball got blocked back over.
See, here's the thing too: is now Barr and Daescu, when Barr is receiving serve when they should be stacking, they're staying. I don't mind that. It switches it up also for Todd and Johnson and gives them a different look. The reason they're staying is because Barr's struggling getting around on the stack, on the uncoil.
Daescu with the forehand winner there to make it a 7-4 lead. 6-4, excuse me.
Yeah, Todd late on the forehand side again. They're allowing Barr and Daescu to dictate play right here and moving it around. They've attacked Barr a couple of times, but she's going back behind Johnson, pulling him out of the middle of the court.
Quick firefight there between Daescu and Johnson. Daescu getting the better of it. So the lead being extended here for Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu. The actually eerily similar score to that first game. They were leading 8-4 in that first game as well, and then it was once they hit the 9-point mark that Johnson and Todd started to find their rhythm and slowly chip away at that lead. So if you're Johnson and Todd, you have to be telling yourself, hey, we've been here before. We came back and won this one. Whereas on the other side, Barr and Daescu are trying to break the pattern.
Well, we'll see if the end change has anything to do with it, too, as these players will change ends. Daescu and Barr will be on the near end. Todd and Hunter Johnson will be on the far end. We've seen side-to-side change momentum before, especially here this weekend as wind has been swirling in here. So we'll see if that has anything to do with it here on court. But, again, a good start to the first half of this game for Barr and Daescu.
They're still on their first serve here as well. So once Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson are ready to go, they are going to have to receive yet again. Daescu going to be the one holding the pickleball and ready to serve.
Wow, that's 3 in this game. And, Chad, you're just laughing because
he never stops. He never stops, and nobody ever looks up what he's doing. He just runs through it, and then by the time they look up, he's already hitting the ball.
Good ball right there from Hunter Johnson. Getting in the middle, causing just a split second of confusion by Barr and Daescu.
Yeah, it's trouble when you come over that far, and we saw Johnson get burnt a couple of times now. Daescu gets burnt. You come over that far and you attack straight in front, you've got it in that point. All Johnson does is put a paddle on it, creates the angle behind, and no way for Daescu to catch up.
Ball gets handcuffed by Parris Todd. She just didn't move her feet. Ball ends up right in between her right and left foot. You got to move your feet and clear some space.
That time cannot get the ATP, the around the post, to actually make it all the way around. So, Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson with the point.
Johnson just rushed through that one.
That's a gimme, too, because that's a weak return there from Daescu. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me with the reset? She caught it and threw it back over. That's a catch and release.
Highlight.
Wow. The big man can move.
Takes it around the post, then comes back, hits the next two. Controlling the point. Todd there trying to do a quick flick, but starting that back behind the hips, really difficult to pick it up and put it over the net.
Well, I mean, you talk about that around the post you had, right? It's one thing to have that around the post, and now the around the post 3 years ago was like the shot, right? There was no defense, right? Everyone, it was a winner almost every time. Now the good shot on the around the post is the defense, right? So you get that defense, and it's coming back more times than not now. But the fact that Daescu hits the around the post and then he comes back and plays the defense of the around the post is what made that difference right there.
So it is an 11-5 lead for Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu in our 15-point tie-breaking game here in the mixed doubles gold medal match. They are 4 points away from winning the gold against Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson.
Heads up in the stands. Yeah, good job from Todd and Johnson forcing the pop-up right there. Johnson with the big finish. And Daescu saying, I got one better for you, with a step-in drive and just relentless attack right there on Parris Todd. And then sliding one behind Johnson after he takes a step to the middle.
Susannah Barr putting everything she had into those responses, but Hunter Johnson finding the perfect spot in between the two of them. Susannah Barr speeding things up at Parris Todd. You guys are both motioning with your hand. What'd you see?
It was a battle of the handcuffs there.
Both of them.
Barr gets handcuffed, then handcuffs Todd, and then clears herself with a big forehand. Oh, crowd is getting into it here.
I like the matchup with Parris Todd cross-court against Daescu. She's getting some really good pressure dinks on him. I don't know. I may change one up for a point or two. Oh, what a shot behind Hunter Johnson right there.
That's what Johnson and Todd did in game one when they were behind.
They did.
Put Todd on the left, got some confidence as far as putting the pressure on Daescu, and Johnson could reach in with the backhand. Too big on the backswing there from Hunter Johnson.
Daescu still looking for that Ernie. He jumped around right there. Good recognition from Todd.
Just patiently waiting for their moment that the dink is going to fall their way. Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu played that as perfectly as they could, and now they find themselves in a situation where they could win the gold medal match right here. Susannah Barr delivers the gold medal winning shot for her and her partner Andrei Daescu with authority, finishing that game against Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson.
Well, that's the difference, Chad. We always talk about it. The 2 out of 3 in the game to 15 are two totally separate games, right? You have to completely separate them, and that's exactly what Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu did. They forgot about the 2 out of 3. They forgot about all that. They made their adjustments, and they take that game to 15. Great job by both of them.
A very, very well-played mixed doubles gold medal match we had here on Championship Court to round out a fantastic day of action here at the 2023 APP Mesa Open. Congratulations to all of our gold medalists, silver medalists, the real winners here today. This crowd got treated to some really fun pickleball to watch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. An outstanding pickleball across the whole day. We had 3 gold medal matches go to the game to 15 tiebreak. And just an excellent showing here from Daescu and Barr to wrap this one up.
As they receive another round of applause as they come over, that being Andrei Daescu and Susannah Barr. So let's take a look here at championship point between these two teams.
Yeah, and this one kind of sums up the battle of this complete match. The hands battles between Todd and Daescu right there, and then Barr sliding some in with the big forehand finish.
That's exactly how they wanted to end that right there. It was with an exclamation point, but a great job from Parris Todd and Hunter Johnson forcing that game to 15. They played great in that 2 out of 3, but fall just a little short with the silver medal here in Mesa.
You want Todd and Hunter? All right, we are ready for the gold medal match interview here at center court at the championship court here, a mixed doubles match that had this crowd on the edge of their seat the entire time. Susannah Barr, Andrei Daescu, first of all, Congratulations. You absolutely crushed it. But it started off so difficult for you, dropping the first 2 games, and then you come back and you get that 15-point tiebreaker. What was the conversation between you two to reset for that final game?
I mean, Andrei is just like, bring the energy, just keep attacking. And I mean, that's what we did. We knew we weren't gonna beat them if we played passive, and we just had to keep going for it.
I would not use the word passive to describe either of your games today. Andrei, for you, what was the biggest thing you wanted to carry into that 15-point game?
Both games were very close. 11-9, we're up 9-4, 12-10 or 13-11 the second one. So we knew we were there. We just had to make some adjustments. We had to come up with a little bit more energy, which we did. We jumped to a 5-1 start really early, which was good. And like she said, we wanted to keep attacking whenever we had half an opportunity to go for it. And Susannah played amazing the whole day, and I was able to get it towards the end. And I'm glad to get the gold medal with her.
Both of you, this is not your first time playing on championship court today, but for you, Susannah, this is a gold. How good does it feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. I've medaled at almost every APP, but I haven't gotten a gold in probably a year and a half. So it's really great, yeah.
A big round of applause for Susannah Barr, getting her first gold in a year and a half. And Andrei, for you, your second gold of the day.
Yeah, it's been a great day. You know, really happy to come out with gold both in men's and mixed. Very thankful for really good partners. They did a great job, and really happy I had to get gold in both.
As you guys should be, the biggest takeaway for you two this weekend, what is it after this was such a successful outing?
I mean, just keep swinging, right? Have fun, keep swinging, play your game.
Yeah. Look, we play great together. I think our energy matches really well, and I think our game styles match really well as well. So, yeah.
We certainly had a fun time watching you. Hope to do it more in the future. Congratulations. We're going to get you guys your hardware from Ken here. We have a few gold medals. And then, of course, after we get the gold medals around their necks, we have a massive trophy to hand out. Congratulations to our mixed doubles gold medalists at the APP Mesa Open. Give it up for Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu.
All right, great job by all 4 of these players here in mixed doubles. And we'll talk about singles, we talk about gender doubles. What a great championship Sunday it was, but that wraps it for us with Susannah Barr and Andrei Daescu taking out Parris, Todd, and Hunter Johnson. So a great match to end our day.